All right, so last night, the Ultimate Fighter, I don't know what episode this is, like 7, I
Yeah.
think. So on the phone with us right now, last night's victor, Jordan Heiderman. Jordan, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate your time. Now, I know the filming is complete. Where are we in last night's episode? How far into filming are we?
Yeah, so we're at episode 7, was my fight against Chandler Cole.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
What did you know about the Ultimate Fighter, and when you got selected to go on it, what preparation, if any, did you do to get ready to be in the house?
So they don't tell you anything when you're getting ready for it, like whether you made it or not. It's just like you put your name out there and that you're qualified in the weight class, and it's just all last minute. So you just kind of prep for like a fight camp, and then hope you make the show.
And again, we're only talking up through last night. Is it still fun to be in the house, or is obviously it's grueling, it's 24/7 cameras in your face the whole time, but is it still fun and an experience right now?
Yeah, it was a great experience, working with those coaches and meeting all the people in the house, but you definitely start to get homesick, missing the family back home.
How difficult has it been? And we talked to last week's, winner, and we kind of talked about this. And I've always argued on this show, there's a big difference between a teammate and a training partner. How difficult has it been leading up to last night's fight, where 2 of the guys moving on are on Team Pena, to train and to know that, if you win your fight, you're going to be fighting one of these guys that's there with you every day?
Right, yeah. So preparing for my first fight in the house, I didn't have that thought. But after I got the win, it's like, wow, this could happen. I could fight somebody I've been practicing with.
So you didn't think of that until after the fight then?
Right. Well, I just try to stay focused on, the first fight, and you can't look too far ahead.
No, definitely true. Then we won't talk about, after that, because we can't. I'm curious, how many fights are filmed at the same time? Meaning, because I noticed Dana White last week's episode was wearing the Tom Brady T-shirt, and he was wearing the Tom Brady T-shirt in your episode as well.
Right. Yeah. So there was 4 fights a night, and then as the season is aired, they only show 1 fight each week.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I knew ahead of, a lot of times I'll fast forward on the screener that I get, to see who wins, so that, I can look for stuff just like on you when I knew that. And I still yelled out, wow, when you got hit with that spinning wheel kick.
Yeah, it was a pretty nasty kick. Came out of nowhere and caught me off guard for sure.
And big ups by you, because most people wouldn't have gotten up or would have struggled to get up. I mean, you bounced right back up. Talk to us about that 10, 15-second process.
If that kick lands on anybody else, I think they're out cold. I'm just a tough guy, and I take pride in, being able to keep fighting after taking shots like that.
I think a lot of people, including the guy who's going to ask the next question, it would have killed him. That would be you. Now he's pretending not to.
Caleb raised his hand first. Caleb is 6'6", 330 pounds. I think he could take a wheel kick. I think you could take it.
He's an offense.
I don't want to.
Caleb's an offensive lineman in the NFL. The other guy is just a putz that sits here with a headphone on. Go ahead, what, Matt?
No, so look, we know you expected the overhand right. I mean, that's his power shot. Were you surprised by his speed and how quick his leg kicks came, and just the way he pushed the action? Did that catch you off guard at all?
So preparing for that fight, I knew Chandler was a wrestler, and so I was just practicing my wrestling defense, working my wrestling offense, and I didn't realize that he hurt his elbow until after our fight. So his wrestling game was out, and I was not expecting all those crazy kicks.
All right, so let me ask you these two questions. And I'm just a guy that when I see something I don't like, obviously I talk about it. Give me your thoughts when your corner told you, and I always want the corner to be honest with the athlete. I'm not a big fan, obviously, they've lost 6 rounds and you're like, no, you're winning the fight. What were your thoughts when it happened? And then what were your thoughts as you watched last night when your corner told you that probably was a 10-8? Because I am a licensed judge, and there is no way that was a 10-8 round.
Well, I appreciate it. You never know what the judges are thinking that night and what they're looking at. So you just got to take care of business and leave it out of their hands.
The other thing I was very critical of, and I've been around MMA. I go back to UFC 1, so I'm very old, and I've been around it a long time. I'm very critical when a referee stops a fight too early. You guys are professional fighters. The benefit of the doubt. Give them 1 extra, not 42 extra like happened in last night's episode. And I even wrote it down. This ref should never ref again. What were your thoughts as you continue landing blows? And obviously the fight should have been stopped, and he let it go literally 10, 15 blows too many.
Yeah, I'm a dog. I'm going to just keep going until you call me off. So it's up to the ref at that point.
When you first got in the house, and I've asked all the other fighters the first thing you did, whether it was look for the room, look for this, look for that. What was the first thing that you did when you got into the house that day?
So after the team picks, all of our guys on my team decided, like, hey, let's find the room that has the 4 beds and all room together. And I initially was against that, because I don't want nobody snoring or being a mess. But it ended up working out pretty good. There was a couple snorers in the room, though.
That's what those big pillows are for. You put them over their head, not yours.
Right.
There was some funny stuff in last night. It's kind of like Matt, who's the co-host of the show. That would be you.
I bring the comedic laughter.
Every once in a while, he throws out a great line. And Zach did last night, and I hope, I'm just repeating his quote, so I'm not being disrespectful to your opponent. But he said, you always hear, don't judge a book, by its cover. But there's a reason the book has a cover.
Facts.
Which was a funny line, that Zach made.
Right, absolutely. Zach's a cutthroat guy, and if you rub him the wrong way, he'll just throw it right back at you. So I kind of respect that from him.
What has it been like fighting, for Juliana and her team, and what did she bring for that fight for you last night, and how difficult was it, to kind of spread out from your typical coaching? You have another coach who may or may not be telling you to do something different that you haven't done up to this point.
Right. Juliana's just passionate about the sport, and she's just a heck of an athlete. And just to have her in your corner, it was awesome. It was great. You just feed off of her energy, and her game plan was perfect. I liked it. We prepared for that fight as best as we could in the time we had. So definitely enjoyed having her as my coach in my corner.
Hey, Jordan, I know this question is it may not be a question that you know the answer to.
Oh, boy. Oh, no. This ain't good.
So what happened was, no, I was just kidding. Do you think that the heavyweight division in the UFC should be divided? Do you think they should have a different weight class, like in between, 205 and 265, or do you think they should have like a super heavyweight from 265 on? And do you think it would be better for the sport, better for like the fighters?
And before you answer, do you think Santa Claus should bring you 7 gifts or 8 in December?
With Caleb, I'm trying to get Caleb in the UFC, but he can't cut 50 pounds right now. He needs it for the NFL.
That is a interesting question. If you can get 200-300 plus pounders in there and get them swinging and fighting, that'd be a sight to see, and it would sell tickets. But I just don't think there's that many athletic people that aren't in the NFL at that weight, you know.
That's true, though. How many 300-pound people do you know that are walking around that are athletes?
Well,
that don't
see,
play professional sports.
You weigh 299, so it doesn't really.
Bob Sapp.
I wish I
Bob
was
Sapp was a beast.
Finally, Jordan, I don't know if you know much about me, but I know people all over the place, and I've got you a job if you want to move to Tampa.
Heck yeah. I'll put that down in the options.
Put it down. Jordan is a welder.
Okay.
And so John Robinson owns Lightning Steel, and he's always working, and he's involved in the show. So as soon as you said you were a welder, I'm like, yeah, we need to bring you down, and, you know, you can be all part of Knockout Radio here in Tampa, St. Pete.
There you go.
I don't know if the girlfriend and the dog is going to be happy with that, of the move, but just something to keep in the back of your mind. Jordan, thank you very much for your time. It was an awesome episode to watch last night on ESPN Plus.
Great job.
I know we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong for coming on, and hopefully we'll talk to you again real soon.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right, take care. Last night's episode of The Ultimate Fighter. Next week is the final round one, and then we go into teammates, because two of those, as of now, well, no, 3 of the 4 are Juliana's guys.
Yeah.
Do you get paid to do the Ultimate Fighter? Like, are you getting paid for the time that you're in the?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That would have been a good thing to
you're
ask 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. I didn't want to offend him, but like when he, he was like, I'm a welder, and I was like, if you're taken away from your regular work, like, do they compensate you for being there?
We'll have to ask next week.
Definitely.
All right, let's go ahead, quick break. When we come back, Yuli Diaz coming on to talk about his interim title.
Don't forget my record.
What?
I'm 2-0.